Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumbling through, fumbling through. Fumbling through, fumbling through. Fumbling through!
Pickled princes and precious princesses, doff your crowns and welcome to Fumble Through, a podcast that knows if you make jokes at the expense of the royals, the execution should be tremendous. So here we are again, just you, Brett, Luke, Lindsay and myself sitting here in the Fumble Factory, awaiting the tumbling of dice and the fortune of fate's hand. Get ready for some more confused roleplay and the muddling of rules as we get back to our adventure. But before we get to that...
Follow us Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I have been looking at other social media options, as I said last week. And so, one of the things we have spoken about numerous times, and everyone seems to be going to it, including celebrities, is OnlyFans. So I've been working on this. I'm ready to hit publish as soon as you guys agree. Mm-hmm. I'll show you a couple of photos. We won't be able to describe them too graphically because we don't want to be in trouble.
Is it supposed to be that red?
I want to show you a couple of photos and what they're called, and just see if, just so you guys can see what we're going up against. So the first one I've called a foursome at Christmas.
Oh, it's a blank screen.
Yeah, he's held his phone up. The RT guy held his phone up.
Foursome at Christmas. So, we could put that on OnlyFans and then they pay for it and they can see that image.
What am I doing to you?
Look, so
Is that a reach around there, Lindsay?
Yeah, something like that. The next one, give me a second to get
That's
it
not
up.
a happy ending. That's a very jolly ending.
Are you going to describe these pictures for the people listening at all?
No, because I don't want to get taken off air for being too, raunchy.
We do have the E for explicit.
Still, I just, if we describe it to them, they might not buy it because then they've gotten enough just from,
fair enough.
Is this our paywall, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't describing it to them also let them in on the joke you're trying to make?
No, we're going to save that for the ASMR. This is Brett, Lindsay, Luke, and Justin in front
Nice
of
to
a
see you were
Christmas
prepared
tree.
for this, Lindsay.
I have actually
Christmas
been prepared,
t-shirts
but my
with
folders
the-
have gone.
I did hear a good audiobook the other day. It went like this. Man in yellow shirt. Woman in red shirt. Man in green shirt. Woman in polka dot shirt. Waldo. Woman in red shirt.
Oh, fuck
It was
off.
the Where's Wally audiobook.
This next one is called the Luke's Purple Helmeted Warrior.
I know exactly what that one is. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. That is actually already on our socials. So
Yep.
if people can, actually
they
all
look
of
it
these are on.
You could find them and repost them.
The final one is
Yeah.
called The Biggest Dick in Fumble Through.
It's true. It's magnificent.
That is red,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it is
So,
magnificent.
Speaking
It's
of
like
red,
a rocket.
where's your Cobra Kai headband?
I left it home today. I went the man bun.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yep. So, as per discussion last week,
You're no hipster, Lindsay.
we had a bit of a discussion that everyone should stop talking over me prior to the thing.
I was not part of this discussion.
So
no one agreed to
I
it.
have come up with this idea, and I think it's a really good idea. And Brett, feel free to cut the mics of anyone who doesn't, I'm going to take
We'd
everything
really love
away.
you to share, like, and follow.
I'm going to take everything else away from Justin without telling him prior. So I've got the dicey question prepared.
Okay.
I'm going to do all the other announcements, get
Righto.
us into the game, and then
Okay.
he can take back over. Sound good? Good.
It sounds like Lindsay wants to be the DM.
No, he can DM. I'm just
rolling
taking
my character as we speak.
I'm just taking over the stuff
Rolling.
pre-game. As said,
okay.
apparently people talk over me, so here we go. So, what beers have we got today?
Jeez, he's doing well.
So, well,
Yeah. And on another segue.
as I rode in here on my two-wheeled handlebarred Segway, today's beer is a Voodoo Ranger. It's a new Belgium brewing company, India Pale Ale. These things, as Luke pointed out earlier, have quite the kick in them.
No kidding, right?
This is a 6.8% by alcohol, so 1.9 drinks.
Oh, I thought it was 6.8 drinks. I was like, what the fuck? This is going to melt my face off.
You look like the Voodoo Ranger on the
Open in a
can.
fume hood.
Well, to peek behind the
Big behind.
the curtain,
Brett's had 4 already.
the fumble through curtain. We're recording this in February, and it's hot, significantly hot. We can't put the air on because of the noise. And
The air on.
Well-
they can't put the air on.
or the air conditioning or the fans or any kind of
We have no air.
cooling. So this is the only cold thing in the room. I want to drink it.
Open the pod door, Hal.
It does say on it though, alcohol can cause pregnancy warning. Good, but they also say
3, 2, 1.
not for minors.
Not
For
This thing will
minors.
this will be room
As in,
temperature, but
as in the dwarven kind.
Well, I don't know.
Did you say it'll be room temperature, Luke? So,
It's a-
so you'll be able to drink it.
It's
Then.
a very
Not
cool
here.
picture on the front of a skeleton wearing like a ranger hat and I don't know, lots of stuff.
Can I ask a question? And this is
No.
going to sound really stupid.
I don't know why you fell over it, Lindsay. I really don't. But, bully for you.
Is New Belgium an actual
Sorry,
place?
no, you just asked the question. The question you asked, if you could
Shut
ask
up. Cut his mic.
the question, was the
Is New
question.
Belgium an actual place?
Yes.
Like, is it like New York?
No. That's New
Or
Belgium.
New England or New
Yeah.
South Wales or...
This is right next to Old Belgium. It's the
Hello, old Belgium.
Well,
He's all right, lad.
There's no
Is that where John Claude
punctuation.
Van Damme comes from?
So
He is
I'm
Old
not
Belgium,
sure if
mate.
it's like a New Belgium brewing or it's a new brewing to Belgium.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying, and it's not relevant.
We are hemorrhaging listeners right now.
What?
This is what happens when you let Lindsay on the mic.
Lindsay, get it down here. Get it down here, boy. Get involved.
For those of you that have been to Belgium, you might know Belgium famous for the Miniature World from their expo that they held.
or New Belgium?
No. The Miniature World is New Belgium. This comes from the brewing company in the Miniature World in Belgium.
This took about 50 years from the brew this much. So
Yeah. This is...
whoa, that is zingy.
Is
That's 6.8. Whoo. That is, it's nice, but you can certainly tell it's nearly 7%.
It's a clear brew. It's like not very cloudy. Got a good bit of what's that thing on the top called?
Head?
Foam.
Never know. Don't know. Unfamiliar with the term.
Bubble.
Excellent effervescence.
Oh, it's a good nose. It's a What's that, Luke? What's that face?
It's strong.
Is it strong? Is it?
Strong.
No, that'll go down. That hits the spot again from the fabulous.
But steadily. Justin's neck in the bloody thing.
This one from
Had a day.
Green Slope Cellars again. Popped in there yesterday. Had a bit of sush and picked up a 4-pack and
Sorry,
Sush.
yep.
sushi. I assume. If you knew sushi like he knew sushi, you'd call us sushi.
He was a
Or
very
you'd
happy
have-
gentleman because
or
he's
you'd
got a
have
cold
scabies.
room to walk into. So he was like, step in here and check out my beers.
So check out my sush. Everyone needs a masouche. Today's dicey
No.
question.
For today's dicey
No,
question.
you
So
can't. You can't
I'm
because
cutting
I've
into
been
it.
waiting for
You need-
weeks to do this.
No, you've been learning to
because it's a pivot, and we need to put
You gotta
together
surrender
something that we've been
control.
waiting weeks for, and that is we've got to get to the McDonough designed dice towers. They've been sitting here for a while, and I have a bag full of them with no instructions.
That's not a dicey
And that's
question.
this week's dicey challenge for us. We're going to set up a camera. You're going to talk during it, and you are going to figure out how to, because he assures me there's at least more than one in this bag. I don't know how many there are. There are no questions.
Chuck it on the
And
Twitch
then you can ask.
I will
whatever
ask
the
my
hell
dicey question
your
while
dicey
we
question
build
is.
your towers.
All right,
and-
give us a minute, and I'll get the bag. Well, there you go. So that'll be posted on our socials. That was an experiment for people who can't really put things together. I enjoyed that a lot, actually.
For those of you that go looking for this to be posted on our socials and can't find it, it's because Brett's decided this is a audio medium, and that was a piece of shit.
Blame the player, not the game. All right, Lindsay, hit us with that dicey question. What is it?
So
Come.
I was kind of listening to audiobooks today, and they were talking about the dynamics of the messed up dynamics of Romeo and Juliet. You know,
Yeah.
So it got me thinking, right? What is the most messed up relationship in a RPG audio, like book, TV show that you've ever witnessed or partook in, if it's a tabletop.
I think Frodo Baggins and
Doesn't need to
Samwise
be
Gamgee.
doesn't need to be romance, just a relationship.
Yeah, go. So tell us about Samwise.
No,
and-
I don't know. I can't think of any.
Oh, okay.
I've got
I got
heaps.
2 Lannister twins. There
Yeah,
you go.
That's pretty
I'm
messed
going to
up.
go with
That's
Luke kissing
Cersei.
Leia.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
That's pretty messed up.
yeah.
Yeah. They spent 9 months together. You think they'd figure that shit out?
We're going just simple ones, are we? Just
Well, you've obviously thought this through, so let's hear yours.
well, I've come up with a couple on my drive here, like Aragorn and Eowyn.
Yeah, explain that one.
Giving up immortality to be with a man that's going to die anyway.
But isn't that the whole point of why she gave up immortality? Because he was going to die
Yeah, but it's a bit.
and she didn't want to live without him?
Yeah, but it's still a bit damaged when you think about it. It's no different from the Romeo and Juliet thing of. I mean, I guess it's a little bit different because they get some time together, but
Yeah, one of them's an elf. That's pretty different, right?
yeah, but it's still that unhealthy relationship of, hey, I'm going to just drink this magic potion that's going to knock me out for a couple of days and then forgetting to tell her husband. That's what she's done.
Unhealthy relationships. What about that couple in Pulp Fiction? They go around
Honey
robbing
Bun?
anybody, and yeah,
You think that's the one, not the guy with the gimp mask?
there's nothing wrong with that. We don't slut shame.
Whose
Okay.
motorcycle is this? It's Zed's back, baby.
The fact that he pulled Zed in on unwanted.
He's sleeping.
The one,
That wasn't Zed. No, that was Zed who was. Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I haven't watched that movie in a long time, actually.
Yeah.
I need to
That movie.
rewatch
I
that.
love that movie.
Recently, Orville, Isaac and Dr. Finn having a relationship. What
Is
do
that
we
the
think
blob
about
one?
that?
Blob one.
No, the robot.
The robot and the doctor.
I don't
Doesn't the
know.
doctor have a
Orville.
relationship with the blob one as well?
No.
Oh,
The blob
He
likes
tries
her,
to, yeah.
okay.
but Isaac...
Isn't there an impersonator in one episode? It tends to be her, and he has a relationship. He has relations with that woman.
Okay, I haven't watched Orville, and so may have some of our listeners. What's happening? What's messed up about this relationship?
So Isaac is a robot, artificial intelligence, and she is a doctor who has 2 kids on the ship, and they form a relationship that they go into the hologram room and use that because he can then have a face and a body, but he's still learning about humans. That's his whole role there, to learn about human. You know, he's data. Filling the data
Tasha
role.
Yar and Data.
Yeah,
Little,
right. Same,
booty call.
similar.
Now, is that a relationship or is that just a sex toy?
No. There's a whole arc about them having a relationship and not, and then what happens when his race decide to go to war with the humans, and
Because his race is like the Borg.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, they're that powerful. They're not like the Borg. They're that powerful.
and assimilate. Just so then what is it's the whole thing about it's a good story arc, great story arc, but
Lindsay,
AI.
are you asking this
AI
question
love.
because you're trying to take the focus away from your unhealthy relationship with your mother?
Wife.
Cut the mic. The one I had in my mind was, again, Brent Weeks.
okay,
So there is in his Night Angel trilogy, you've read the Night Angel
Yeah,
trilogy,
yeah.
right? There's, I'm trying to dumb it down as much as possible. Basically, there is a woman that is being mind controlled.
There is a woman that is a gendered person.
Stop talking over the top of me. This is what this is all about.
A
It's to
social
stop talking about
construct.
me.
I just
Hang on,
heard
he's in the middle of dumbing it down. Hang on.
There's a woman that is being mind controlled.
dumbing it down for our audience.
This is
who
a new
can't
segment
possibly get
called
it.
Lindsay's
No,
Mansplaining.
I don't want to go 3 books in, laying out everything that's going on.
All right,
Okay.
That's what
This is-
Mumsy said.
she-
It was just
she's-
Lindsay's manscaping.
She's being mind controlled by black magic, right? She's under a form of compulsion.
yeah.
So she's got this crush on this guy her assassin co-part, and she's under this mind compulsion that she can't break, and the only way she can break it is having a more powerful compulsion put on top of it. So he is wanting to marry his sweetheart, and he's got these magical earrings because they get married in this town by ringing them, which is having an earring each. But those earrings bind your kind of like, you can feel the other person, you can sense what they're doing, you can
When he
sense where
says
they are.
ringing, that means putting an earring in.
So
Not, yeah.
Not ding dong.
he's unconscious in this fight, bleeding to death, and she decides you know,
who dis.
to ring rape him, as they call it, which is forcefully marrying him to
I
break
think we
the
all know
compulsion.
what ring raping is.
We just talked about it.
Let's get on with the show.
And this is dumbed down. I mean, wow. I'm glad you did. I would not have been able to follow it otherwise.
I'm done. Just go on the show, whatever. Where's my phone?
Oh no! He's dropping.
He's
cans.
throwing shit around. He's lost it.
throwing stuff. Fuck this. We're done.
I'm getting my next bit out.
That's an interesting one about unhealthy relationships that are
Now, go on.
Golem.
Show.
Golem.
Meanwhile, we go
Golem
back to
and
The
Regal.
ring and the ring.
On the ring.
That's
back
an
to the
unhealthy-
game.
unhealthy
We zoom in on
relationship.
J.R. Lockwood and his writings.
Wait, what about the dicey question?
No, fuck it. You fucked it. Talking over me. What you said you wouldn't do. This is what happens. We move on.
So Lindsay gets one time to try and
Yep.
corral this herd of cats.
Episode
into-
title,
yeah.
Lindsay lost it. Yep.
You put this forward. You're like, let's not talk over Lindsay
I think
so
we'll
much.
call it
in the
Lindsay's
intro.
lost ring.
Let's go on.
Lindsay gets ringed.
Lindsay's ring rape. No, we can't do that.
No. All right,
Well,
guys. Hey, guys, it's Lindsay's.
you, Lindsay.
It's Lindsay's moment.
Can I, before you
done.
get
It's
into
Lindsay's
the
moment.
JR thing, I'd really like to ask a favour of our audience. And I know we don't ask a lot, but I'm asking you for something now, and that is to help us develop our audience. We've got a very strong and loyal following, but if you've got it in your hearts, please share this along to anyone you know. It doesn't matter if they enjoy it or not. Just share it along. Who knows what they'll like? I've shown it to some people that I thought you'd
Is that
never
like
get
ringing
this.
someone against their will?
No. Fuck it.
You're making it really hard to cut any of this bullshit out.
You say bullshit, I hear gold. Just when you repost, just use the hashtag save Lindsay.
I think on that one I'll use the hashtag Justin stop asking why we don't have an audience anymore.
Hey, guys, it's Lindsay's time.
I'm not going to keep going until you fucking stop. It's bullshit.
6.8%.
Yeah, I do
keep it
blame the
below
beer.
5. Keep it below 5 next time.
I do
All
blame
right.
the beer.
I blame you being dickheads.
There is a lot of that as well.
Have you made a list, though, for the question? Usually you've got a list by this point.
Yeah, but we've moved on.
Okay.
Yeah, we've passed it. I can't talk about Mara Jade and the Emperor. I can't talk about R2-D2 and C-3PO's relationship.
What's wrong with that relationship?
I can't talk about Boba Fett and the Sarlacc. You know,
Talk about deep throating.
Hey, and we're back. All right. No more 6% beers, please. Yeah.
all right, I'll respond to that with get fucked, bring your own beer.
I think we've had worse than that, haven't we?
I actually
have a
like this beer. I
2.5.
think it's pretty good.
It is really
but
nice.
It's really got me hot now.
Yeah, it is super hot in here.
Go and get some fucking water out of the fridge
That's
or
my
a soft
fuming
drink.
anger.
That's Lindsay's rage.
Yeah, there is a saying that we talk about in behavior, especially when it comes to kids, that the hot weather is only good for two things: fucking and fighting. And boy, oh boy, there's no fucking going on in this room.
I was trying to talk about fucking. You won't let
Oh,
me.
thankfully, because you put that tripod away.
Hey, Lindsay's OnlyFans camera just came out again.
Dear Diary, I'm starting to think I'm invincible. When I set out to write about an adventure, it was to gain the experience to make up a great hero. But the more I progress, I think that I've realized I'm a great hero. Maradius is a great hero. Nikron is very angry at the moment. What the fuck is up with that? Anytime we find ourselves again in these situations that should have us killed, and we come out of them basically unscathed. Maybe I have become the invulnerable hero of my own story. You hear that, God? Try and stop me, you whiny little bitch. Anyone? Anywho, now I'm off to tell those wererats their home is theirs again. Love, J.R. Lockwood. Kiss.
By invulnerability, do you just mean playing 5th edition?
I was going to say.
Doesn't work for barbarians in 5th edition, I'll tell you.
No, it's only magic users. stuff. So where we left it last time, you guys had just left the Shrine of Savras, as I recall, and you were on your way back to, does anyone remember what it was called?
Camel Toe Mountain.
Yeah, that's it. That's what
the
you
one.
called it. It's the Mountain Toe Gold Mine. The Mountain Toe Gold Mine. The mountain.
And we'd had a big vision of
thought he was
the icy
joking.
peak. No,
I
no.
totally forgot.
Did you forget that that's
I
what
did, yeah.
that came back for? You know, when I was a little boy, my mommy said to me, eat these griddles, but I'm going to tell you a little story about a gold mine that's filled with dwarves. You know, where are dwarves and gold mines right now? Shouldn't we find dwarves and gold mines?
I don't know what he's talking about.
I mean,
and
that's kind of your...
Dwarves were dead, weren't they?
consistently he's annoying me.
They were taken care of or chased off, I believe, was the...
Did we know? Because we only went to 2 rooms in those mines.
I mean, we'll find out when we go back there, I guess.
The other dwarves, Norbus and Dazzlin, didn't know anything to help.
No, well...
Can I ask you a question? Obviously, you're going to negotiate with these rats to leave, right? How are you going to, what's your tact? Obviously, Stone Man, you're not going to be talking, right?
Well, we've done their task, and the deal was that if we clear out their home, they will go back there. So we've cleared out their home.
I
Time
don't
for them
trust
to
them.
leave.
I just, all I got to say is, I have only traveled with you for a short time, right? I've noticed that perhaps the idea of talking to someone doesn't really go well. Usually escalates.
Well, then we
I
kill them.
don't know what you possibly mean. And at that point, Nycrin just sets a nearby tree on fire with a fireball.
I think it might be the DM. He's an asshole.
If they do not leave after we've done this task for them, we will just kill them. They're wererats. We've tried, we've given them the carrot. If they don't want the carrot, time for the fucking stick.
I've got some concerns. The wererats kicked out the dwarves. I wouldn't say they've done that amicably. They did that because they were kicked out of their home by the orcs.
Yes.
What's to stop them saying to us, thank you, we have 2 homes now?
Well, that is a possibility, but then we'll just, as I said, stick.
So we don't relinquish our weapons on the way in the door like I had to last time?
No, not this time. We basically say...
And we kill them willy-nilly on the way in?
Oh, no, well, we talk to them first, and we say, look...
We say, you are dead, and kill them?
Maybe. Let me think on that bit.
I just got one question here. If you're not going to relinquish your weapons on the way in like last time, don't you think that's going to also cause a trouble like it did last time?
Well, I can just go in and chat to him because I don't have weapons. You don't use a weapon either, do you?
I am a weapon.
I
Yes,
wonder
exactly.
if
So-
we could parlay on the outside of the mine.
We'll try that first. But if not, me and Nycrin will go in, have a chat. If it doesn't go well, we'll come out and
I'm
then
not
we'll storm it
comfortable
in.
with you not having me at your back.
Well, I think you're just going to have to part with me, unfortunately. I know you've come quite attached over the last couple of months, but it's only for a short time.
If you don't walk out in a reasonable time frame, none shall live when I walk in.
That's a good point. How high can you count?
I'll be in there. Okay.
Yeah.
You are likely to fly out.
He can carry me.
It's in a cave, though, right? They're in a cave in the building?
Yes, they're in a cave.
Yes.
Yes.
But-
I can't fly through walls yet.
Well, who can bloody tell at this game system what you can do or not?
Did anyone bring
Polymorph
orc heads?
into a...
Orc heads?
Yes, we should have brought orc heads as a gift.
We haven't left yet. They're just outside with the giants and all the
Shall we get
ogres
some
and-
heads? We can
It's
throw them
an
down
awful
as
lot
like
to
a...
carry. Let's get some ears instead.
Okay.
Ears.
I'm still very concerned about the dwarves who we should be helping and have not.
What dwarfs?
The ones that owned the mine before the wererats
Well, we're
were
trying
there.
to free their house. And then Don Ron can go find them.
Bon John,
Bon
Dovey.
Bon John Dovey.
Right. Okay. As always, I'll follow your lead. I do appreciate you've put that song in my head this morning for the march.
I do appreciate... I do
Oh, see, I was going the other way. A little while later, you're almost halfway there.
I do appreciate that you always let me take the lead. And Nigrin, very good job.
Of course.
You killed so many of those blighters. I applaud you.
And rightly so.
And so you continue your travels
With orc ears.
with orc ears,
And ogre
some
ears.
trophies, and some ogre ears, all the way back to the mountain toe gold mine. I almost said camel toe.
I
then.
love the fact we get it so ingrained. Because this happened
To
in
the
the
foot
other
of the
campaign
camel
as
toe?
well.
The mountain's toe gold mine
Well,
begins
there's our OnlyFans, Lindsay.
begins to. Oh, it is a gold mine.
You guys never gave me the go-ahead. Am I posting those pictures on
I
OnlyFans?
did have a thought about that. What if you know how feet are big on OnlyFans? You get a lot of money for post pictures of feet. What if we did feet on miniatures?
Well, but
we
my
could do
character, every time I've upped my character, I've gone for a skill point, not a feat.
Oh.
Yep, that was the reaction. All right. Wow. This beer is good.
Fucking right. Eh? This is in terms of impact, this is the worst one yet. This has been so quick, and it's been so
Is that-
unsubtle.
Is that why it's called the Voodoo Ranger? Because it's just the voodoo just hits you like a.
I'd like to
trap.
say it's just the beer. I think there's a bit of context in the room. Like I am drenched in my back
it
right
is
now.
really hot in here. It is very.
It's
hot
like
in
we're-
here.
I've had a very angry week, so I'm just done.
fucking and fighting.
But yeah, seriously, I got that idea because some celebrity joined
Yeah.
and she just was posting pictures of her doing normal day-to-day chores
Yeah,
and people were paying for it.
I
And I'm
don't
just
know
like,
that
that's fucking
OnlyFans
hilarious.
is
was
only
it?
smart.
No, it's not.
Who
There's
was it? It was
other
never
s-
meant to
yeah,
be. It
there's
was
other
originally
shit
not
on
meant to be
OnlyFans.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like fitness people
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff on there as well. But it's like anything in the world. JR will tell you about it. If it exists, somebody's turned it into something sex.
The internet is for porn.
That's right. That's right. So you head up, and once again you go through that same low ridge beyond which you can see the Sword Mountains, which scrape the sky. The weather seems to clear up a bit throughout your journey,
lovely.
and you are moist, yes, but you are not cold. You are not drenched. You are not you're not in the thick of a thunderstorm like you were before. Although saying that in this room right now, I'm like, I could do with some rain in here, but
I think about 10 minutes we're going to precipitate anyway.
yes, you are, and once again. You go through those same bushes and you see the tunnel which burrows into the foot of the soaring snow-capped mountain.
Are you saying there are bushes outside the Camel Toe Mountain?
Only one.
Yeah. Well, there is one above the cave. There is still a plank that says
Neatly trimmed.
"Mountain's Toe" carved into it.
The guards out the front like there were last time?
Yes, you can see there are two rats that are still sitting out the front with their crossbows.
Greetings, Sir Rats.
Yeah, what do you want?
We have returned after slaying the orcs as your leaders command. Can we have a chat with them, please?
You want to chat with the wife?
Yep.
All right, you want to come in with the buff?
Yep, cool.
Okay, your weapons need to stay inside. You know the drill.
No, they'll have to come out with us and we're not relinquishing our weapons.
We don't need to get them outside.
Well, do they want their home or not?
They're home now. We're happy here.
That's not what I've heard.
You can come in and talk if you want.
Okay, come on, Nike, and me and you'll go in. We'll leave the other two out here.
Okay.
All right, and once again,
Split the pie.
Take the rock so we can talk.
Yep.
the two rats that are there, Don John kind of looks at you as to should he come in with you? Should he stay outside?
I wink to him. And he can take that as however he
Time to
wants.
flirt. I was going to say, I wink to him in an inconclusive
salacious manner.
in an inconclusive clue as to what he should do. He'll remain
I'm
outside.
not playing your character.
He will remain outside. So again, you move inside through the cave, which is guarded. You then move in a little further into the tunnel and back into the scattered cave, where it's almost two caves that are linked together, if you remember, and then one of them's a little higher than the rest. Inside again, you see that pelt throne that Zelene is sitting upon again. She looks at you this time with a little bit of a grin on her face, that happy to see you for the fact that that you have entered into her domain and maybe cleared out the Savras shrine. You can also see behind you, behind her, there is 4 more were-rats sort of a little in that raised section, and even in this this front section, there's 4 were-rats around her, sort of acting as guards, as well as the 2 that escorted you in. Yes, so it is done.
Yes, my dear, it is. And I throw the bag of trophies.
She gestures for one of the were-rats to who scurries forth, collecting the trophies, picking them up, and kind of sniffing them and bringing them back to her. She kind of opens them, pours them out into her hands, and she says, "These are the orcs."
Yes, and some ogres, and I mean, do ogres have ears? Yes, and some ogres. Yep.
How can I be sure that you've actually cleaned it out?
Well, you could send some scouts out and have a look, and we can have some lovely dinner.
A test. Describe the place.
Okay.
And even while she does that, she starts nibbling on one of the... I love ears.
I do one more. I pull out my loot.
Yep.
Some of my loot, and I sing a mighty ballad of how we cleared out basically retelling the full tale when how the broken ruins of the place and the bell tower. And sorry,
can you roleplay that?
I don't have my loot. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Performance check.
Yep, please.
Can I assist in some way? Like I'll do a little dance.
Yes.
Make a little love.
Little,
What are
bird of paradise.
feather dances where you don't quite show the breast,
burlesque,
the bird
almost.
breast.
What would that be? Would that be a dexterity check for
To do your bird
or a
dance?
charisma check?
Sleight of hand.
It would be a performance, actually.
Oh, that's right. That's cocked.
That just means I get an advantage, doesn't it?
No, you're right. My broken wing still isn't quite right. Oh, mended wings.
It's more of the dance of broken wings. What have you got there?
23.
23. So you tell a tale that paints almost a perfect picture. And Nikron, you can attest to the picture that he creates with words of this rundown place and the battle that ensued and the heroic tales of J.R. Lockwood, who seems to have taken out a lot more orcs and ogres than he actually did during the time, but apparently that happened while everybody else was unconscious. So nobody was actually awake to see it. And you finish. You see the were-rats themselves, they look impressed.
Well done, JR.
Yeah.
I've heard better, but well done.
And they are quite nice. And you see, like, she's handing the orc ears around. Yeah, they're nice and tasty. And she kind of finishes and thinks, so you did go there. And you cleaned it out.
Yep, you can return there now.
What's to say that we return there and you people don't come and do the same that you did to the orcs to us?
Wouldn't we have done that the first time here instead of going to kill the orcs?
I don't think you can.
Well, then why are you worried about us doing it there?
I just don't want you to go back. You humans are all over the place, even whatever you are, Birdman. But all your races, they just, you seem to work together. You could possibly gang up on us and drive us from the shrine, our home.
When did she turn to Mike Tyson?
I love ears.
Oh, brilliant.
What a setup. That was, well played.
Miss, how about we make a deal, some sort of trade bargain?
Oh, yes?
And instead of being afraid of humans, you could trade with the humans. I mean, weren't you yourself once common folk like humans and dwarves and whatnot?
Well, as you say that, you can see a frown come across her, and even some of the other rats seem to shuffle a little bit, and she seems to, like that dark cloud. You know when you see like somebody whose mood shifts almost instantly, you've touched a raw nerve almost.
How many
And,
people are in this room with us?
in the room? So you've got probably 8 and her.
And how?
So there's,
how,
8, 9, 10 and her. So there's
How big is this room?
4 guys. The room is quite large. It's actually 2 antechambers, if you will. So there's one little chamber that's 20 by 20 and it's joined by a 10-foot little gap. And then there's another main chamber that's about 20 by 40 where she's got her throne. So where she's got her throne is sort of up against the back wall, and then off, as you're looking at her throne, off to the left-hand side around the back, there's 4 other guys, but inside the throne room with her, you can see 4 of her guards. And then behind you guys are the 2 door guards that escorted you back into there. But they seem to have started to maneuver backwards. You know, they're not going to leave the post, especially with these guys outside. They're not going to leave the post abandoned, if you will. Of course, I am assuming here, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you have the stone enabled so that the entire conversation is being broadcast between the 2 groups that are inside and outside.
I mean, yes, but you didn't let me finish.
How far away is she from us?
How far away is she from you? It would depend. How far away did you want to, like, they wouldn't let you get within, say, 10 feet of her,
All right.
but you could have moved anywhere between that. So that's, that's your call at that point to where you are. Yeah.
Sorry, Lockwood.
The door's about 15 to 20 foot back from, like, but you have to walk in a little bit to get to there and stuff.
So obviously I've noticed that she's taken offense at it.
Yeah, so a dark cloud has come over her, and you hear one of them go, "Oh my God, he talked about a dead form."
As I said, previously you may have been common folk, but now you are these great rat people. And why be afraid of humans when you can trade with them and make a great Wererat settlement?
You know, you make a very good... make a good point. I quite like that. And she kind of shifts a little bit in a little throne, and a leg comes over one of the arms as she nibbles on one of the ears, and she looks at you and she's like, I just had an idea.
Oh, yes?
Seems to me if I'm going to trade with you people, gold mine's exactly where I need to be.
Well, no. See, this is what I was saying. A fortress, which is where you've come from, rebuilt is much more important than a gold mine.
Seems to me there's nothing at the fortress to trade, whereas in here I've got all the gold that I can get my little claws on. Maybe I will stay here after all.
You don't think you could provide safety for the townfolk?
Why would I do that? They would only drive me off as they've done to my kind before.
But you would have an entrenched fortress that they wouldn't be able to drive you off once it's rebuilt.
Look around. It seems I've got an entrenched fortress here. That's
Very
really
well.
hard to say in this voice.
Well, I am sorry that we...
Entrenched fortress.
I'm very sorry we couldn't come to an agreement. I feel like we've been duped. We did what you asked, and you were going to surrender the mine to us, and now you've kind of short-ended us on this deal.
Well, I would thank you in return from that, because it was you that gave me the great idea that perhaps we could set this up as a trading post. You know, and I had never considered this
It's
before.
true, but things are...
I thought we had a deal.
I thought we had one too.
Well, you know, sometimes deals change.
Indeed, they do. And at that point, I'm just going to fire a fireball straight at her.
This is a moment for initiative checks, because they're kind of, you know, they're not on notice at this point. So let's see how we all do. And I would like one from outside, from our little group outside as well, please, if I may.
I'm going for a real like Han Solo, like, yes, I bet you have. Kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Nycrin shot first.
What did you get?
Total of 18.
An 18. So Nycrin 18. I'm just... that is the wrong color. I've never used that color before. So Nycrin is 18.
Salmon.
What did you get there, JR?
12.
Okay. And you said you got 7 out there?
16.
16. Wow. Nycrin, you can go first.
Sweet. Okay, so she's obviously within 120 feet of me, right?
Yeah, definitely. Everybody in this room is within 120 feet
So
of you.
does a 19 hit?
A 19 versus her armor class is certainly going to get there.
Okay, she takes a searing amount of damage equal to 7 points.
7 points.
Straight
Wow.
to the furry face.
Even though she's Sharon Stoning you over the edge of that throne.
Doesn't bother me. It's not a cloaca. Quacker. It's not a bird vagina, okay? I'm not worried.
I don't know what happened then.
He was trying to say
Yeah,
cloaca.
I know what he was trying
Yeah.
to do.
Isn't he a biology teacher or a science teacher or
I thought
something?
he turned into a rat.
Not an ornithologist, thank you.
I thought he turned into a rat
can you
voice
say
and was
ornitholo-
asking for a cracker.
How can you say ornithologist but not cloaca?
Good point.
All right, 6.8%. That's why.
So you launch a fiery bolt.
A firebolt, yes,
a
exactly
firebolt
right. So
that comes
straight line, 120 feet, just goes bang, straight out of my hand and
Yep.
straight into her face.
into her. So
Well, her, yeah.
Yeah. So you scorch her across one of her cheeks. You can see smoke wisping up. Part of the ear that she was gnawing on flies out of her mouth as the fur burns away. And you know the whiskers that rats have. You've kind of burnt those, and they're little curly,
She's
like
lost
burnt,
half of her sensation.
burnt whiskers that are sitting there. That leads us to the next people that go, and that is not, unfortunately, J.R. Lockwood by 1 point. By
Dag-nabbit.
entirely
Hang
one
on,
point.
I took a move. Didn't I get to move as well?
On a surprise round? No, yes, you can move.
I was
I
going to
don't
say, I
think-
initiated the surprise round. for
I didn't know
goodness
there
sake.
was surprise rounds.
So how far away are they exactly?
So she would be about 10 foot away. I
And
would have
how
said.
high is the ceiling?
Well, it is not high, my little friend.
Mm-hmm.
So the ceilings in this area are all about 8 foot high.
Awesome. I move behind JR.
Okay, so you move behind JR, clearly keeping.
I know, I do. I'm just joking. Do
right.
I? Or am I?
I mean, invulnerable.
Yeah, you are actually. Yes. No. I'm going to move to the right of JR. I'm assuming we were next to each other anyway. I'm going to move for like 10 feet away from him. I don't want to cluster up and
Okay.
allow like an area effect.
So you're going to move sort of. So you're in the middle of
away from
imagine
JR
the room.
and closer to them.
If I need to use this as boxes, because it's roughly box shaped. So the room that you are in, imagine it being a box or a rectangle that's 20 foot
Oh, I'm
wide.
having flashbacks for the dice tower. Sorry. Go on.
It's 20 foot wide by 40 foot long. Okay.
uh-huh.
When you entered this, you entered in a door on the left hand side of that, or let's say the north. Let's use map terminology. On the north, that is about 10 foot in. Her throne is right up the end of that 40 foot
Yeah.
corridor.
Yeah.
And then just off that side is a 20 by 20 foot space that basically encroaches into that area by about 10 foot gap in the diagonal. Does that make
Okay.
sense? So
Yep.
it's like two sort of chambers that make one big chamber, and there's like a ramp that goes up to the other.
Okay.
end.
I want to move towards her, basically.
Okay. And you can move right up into her grill if you like.
Not just yet. No.
Okay. You're about 10 foot away from her. Is that where we're starting? That's where I would assume that's a nice way. That's
yeah,
kind
go on
of
then. Yeah. I feel like you're leading me up the path here a little bit for some pain, but go on.
And
Yeah,
then-
that'll be fine.
okay. Do you want to? Which means you could move backwards, leaving JR in that space. But I would assume you were next to each other anyway, like
Yeah.
standing next
Yeah.
to each other.
Yeah.
So do you still want to move towards?
Yeah. I need to. Yeah, I know what I want to do. Whether it ends up panning out for me or
Okay.
not. I don't
So
know.
what's your intention here?
My intention here. Well, do you want to
What
tell?
are your intentions with my rat?
Why
Don't
would
tell
I
him.
Why
Don't
would I
tell
tip
him.
my hand to you? Yeah.
Because I need to know.
No, it's
There's
not his
another
turn.
spell. There's another spell I've never
Yeah, but
used.
didn't you say you were going to move?
Yes, I
Yeah,
have.
so
So
what's
I've
your
fired and I've
intention?
moved towards her.
So you moved right up to her?
Not right up to her, 10 foot away. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's where I
That's
said
where
you
we started.
started.
We
Oh.
started 10 foot
Yeah,
away.
that's
I
what I
move
was
right
saying.
up to her and I'll go, fuck you, and I'll move back to 10 foot away.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Yeah, okay. So you guys are essentially
burning rat.
essentially in the same space that you started with. The first thing that happens is that the rats that are up the corridor a little bit, they pull out crossbows that they
do.
had on the ready for you, and 4 crossbow bolts come flying in, two at
Bring it.
2 at each of you. The first one is going to we'll do 1 at Nykron, 1 at JR, 1 at Nykron, 1 at JR. Okay, the first one streams in to, I said Nykron first because I just finished talking and then I forgot exactly what I said. 17 to hit you.
That hits.
Okay, then the next one comes into JR, and as always, the roll is worse for JR, so it's 11.
Because he's invincible, right?
Yep, and then Nykron is 15.
That hits.
Okay, and then JR, again, worse, which is a 9. So 2 of them come thudding straight into Nykron's form, and 2 of them fly straight past JR Lockwood. Nykron, you're going to take a little bit of damage from this.
Sure.
That is going max damage, so 8 points from the first one, and minimum damage, which is 3 points from the second one.
So that's 11 in total, right?
11 in total. Okay.
Like
the
that.
other 4 rats that are acting as guards come in and close up with melee weapons. So they close in on both of you, one coming to the side, one coming between you and their leader. Again, 4 more attacks come rolling in. That is a fumble on you, Nykron. So that was a 1 and a total miss. On you, JR, that is a 15.
Hits.
Nykron, that is an 18.
Yep, that hits.
And the last one is a 17 on JR.
Hits.
Okay, so only the first one of those guys. And this is what
Brett, you've got this, Brett. Okay.
This is what makes them the guards. This is what makes them the people that she keeps close to her, because 3 of them hit. Minimum damage on you, Nykron, for 3 points. Maximum damage on you. I'm rolling mins and maximums here. Maximum damage, which is 8 points upon JR Lockwood. And then the third hit, 1 missed you, Nykron, didn't it?
Yeah, 1 missed.
Yeah,
him.
so the second
But
one.
2 hit, I thought.
No, 2 hit him, 1 fumbled on you.
Oh, okay.
Crit fumbled because you went first. And 4 points was the second one for you, JR. As you can see that they are using their short swords to slice and dice you, and they're working in concert with each other. So as you kind of move out the way, the other one nicks you across the leg, and then you get a gash upon your shoulder. Nykron, you see the first guy kind of come in, and he kind of fumbles his sword a little bit and really loses grip on it, and he has to take the rest of his action to actually to get the sword back into his hands, while the other one stabs straight, and you just sort of had feigned from the first one because you thought he was competent, but he wasn't, and then fell for it for the second one. That brings us to the next mover, JR Lockwood. Oh, sorry, 16. I lied. Do you know what, Maradius? You get to move in the background of all of this, because that is true. I know. I saw that you. I know our listeners can't see the look and the gesture you gave me because I missed you. But you know, you're in my peripheral
Character's
vision.
shit enough as it is without you robbing him of initiative.
Yeah. Are you just going to move straight? You know where they are. You know that you're way down here. It's a matter of you just running straight in if you want. But you do see sort of down the corridor a little bit 2 figures of rats that were guarding the doors on their way back to their guard posts. So they are roughly, not roughly, I can tell you exactly. They are 25 foot in the corridor in the tunnel.
So Maradius will whisper or just say to Don John, "It's time. They're treacherous rats. As I said, I hate being right in these situations." And he'll get angry, and he'll pick up his massive double-headed axe in both hands.
Massive, you say?
Yep. And he'll run right towards those 2 silhouettes, jumping the last 10 foot with an overhand chop at the one on the left.
Overhand chopper.
Just hitting the rage button because he got angry.
Yep, nice.
And he rolled a 2. 4. 8 to hit.
Oh, that's going to miss. The first rat steps aside from your massive swing. Great axe?
Great axe.
Oh, no. Second. Sorry, I thought it was D&D. I thought you had 16 actions.
No. Oh, hold on a second. That might be something. My friends, I can make a single weapon attack bonus as a bonus action on each of her turns
I thought
after.
you had 2
I
acts.
do. It's the frenzy attack. So then he'll swing back. So as his axe swings down and misses on the overhead chop, he'll swing it straight back up for a groin chop on the way back.
Oh, no.
For a 13 to hit.
Groin chop.
Oh.
New catchphrase.
Okay. So a 16 is definitely going to hit.
Would a 13 hit?
A 13 is also
I was
going
going
to
to say,
hit.
because I don't know
as-
where you got 16 from.
What?
You said 13.
Oh. Well,
That's right, 13 hits. And he puts all of his weight into it and lifts that Wererat about 6 feet off the ground for 13 points of damage.
13. Nice. Unlucky
One was
for
on a
some.
D20 and one was on a D12.
So 16 points of damage.
Yep.
Your 13 points of damage slice straight into this creature. It's when you slice into it is the first time that you see where you would notice on a human or an orc or a goblin or any other kind of humanoid as you slash through with your axe. It doesn't seem to cut in as hard. It seems like the skin of these wererats might be a little more durable than you are used to, and the damage that you've inflicted doesn't seem to be as much as you thought it might have been.
That
Just
sounds like
another way a barbarian gets nerfed in this game.
a Pathfinder thing. I think it's bullshit.
The damage reduction thing.
Yeah, I don't think 5e does that kind of complicated stuff.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm reading it right here.
Yep.
I'm waiting for Don John over my shoulder to come in on the other one.
Okay, Don John comes in. Don John is a master of running away from things and leading things away. He's not great in a fight. I'm just going to tell you that. Don John, being the master of running away that he is actually just going to throw a couple of daggers.
Where?
Probably towards the rear of this fight as he's retreating. No, he's not going to retreat. He is going to throw it over your shoulder, and the other rat that you are not engaged with is going to take 2 daggers to the face, we hope. Could you please roll 2 d20s?
15 on the first
Okay.
and a 4 on the second.
The first dagger flies true, hitting that same rat and piercing straight into its hard carapace. Again, you see the dagger doesn't seem to penetrate as it would, but can you roll me a d4, please, for the damage that Don John would cause?
4.
Okay, that's max damage.
Got
Nice
Kevlar,
job.
these rats.
That is a nice piece of work. And the dagger stays stuck into the rat. You think that the piercingness of that actually worked quite well in its favor, as you're still watching the skin knit together of the rat. That
It's healing back up.
Yeah, a little bit. J.R. Lockwood, it is your turn. You have, you're standing next to Nikron. There are 4 guys in the vicinity, 3 of which would be right next to you.
Okay, so JR is going to sing a bit of Miles Davis because I've read recently in a study that Miles Davis is a rat's favorite music.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know why. It just is, apparently. I don't know why you would study that either, but apparently they like Miles Davis. So I'm going to sing a little bit of blues and I'm going to cast Sleep at 2nd level.
Sleep at 2nd level.
Yeah, trying to encompass them without encompassing
So
me.
what's the difference between a first level and a second level casting?
I get an extra 2d8 of hit points.
For the hit points. Remember, hit points, not hit dice, Justin.
Yeah. So I will try and exclude us if we can, but if we can't, then I guess we can't. But I'll try and just
Nikron's about to go to sleep anyway.
I'll
so-
just try and get the royal 4 in front of us.
How big's the area that you do?
20 feet from a point.
So 20 foot. So like a 20-foot radius. You can't get the 2 guys that are sort of on the edge of you. So there's 2 between you and the throne, and then there's 2 guys that have come to the side of you, if you recall. So that's where it's,
Sounds like bullshit, but okay.
well, if you listen. Lindsay's in a very aggressive mood
Yeah, it's
today.
almost like-
I mean, are you okay,
a
Lindsay?
response almost.
It's almost like we were talking over him so much and we've made him so angry that he can't come back from it. He keeps smiling
It could
like
be the
he's
beer.
not
It
angry,
could be the
but
beer.
his eyes.
I think
it's in the eyes.
It's like the bandana.
There's a fire in those eyes. Yeah, the bandana really did cool him down.
Nobody puts Lindsay in the corner.
points of hit points.
Okay, 38.
Sleep.
38 points of hit point sleep. You focus really well. And the one directly in front of you between the throne falls immediately to sleep. Do they get a save?
No.
No. Falls immediately to sleep.
It's 5e, mate.
Yeah. And that's the only one.
Cool. Does the other one look drowsy?
Nope.
Fuck.
That's the only one?
That is the only one.
And then I move backwards and I shout in the stone, attack!
Okay. How far do you move backwards?
I regret it.
25 foot?
Now, I'm not going to be an asshole. You are going to provoke an attack of opportunity
That's right, I'm
from
invulnerable.
the guy next to you who is going to take that. You still move back 20 foot.
Yep.
I thought the guy right in front of you went asleep.
Yeah, but the
But
guy
the one
next
to the
to
side
him.
that was out of it. Because,
Remember
I'm
they
only
got
a five-
attacked by 2?
Even though I'm a 5 foot square, I don't
Yeah.
encump in the,
Gotcha.
Okay,
Could have moved and cast it.
15 to hit you. He
hits.
still would have provoked.
Yep.
He has to move without doing anything, disengage action for that. That is a hit. A short sword slices out, trying again to catch you on your little tiny man's leg. That is 5 points of damage as you move away, trying to maim you and bleed you so that you can leave your yummy goodness all over the floor for them to lick up later. Hashtag OnlyFans.
Pretty sure we could have walked out of here. I'm just saying.
No guts, no glory.
Round number 2.
You still
Nykron.
can, by the way. I won't be.
Nykron.
So, sensing my impending end, how many are near me?
Death
You
Blossom.
have one on the floor that was
Who's
in
in-
front
who's
of
within
JR.
5 feet of me?
You have one on all of these guys are within 5 feet.
Right.
So there's one on the floor that just fell asleep where JR has just put him to sleep. There's one directly in front of you that was between you and the throne, and there's one to the side of you. Both of those guys. The one that was at the side of you was the one that fumbled.
Okay, so Nykron spreads his hands wide
Mm-hmm.
and brings, while weak and shaky,
Mm-hmm.
brings his hands together at great speed. And when they meet, this thunderous sound emanates from his hands as I cast Thunderclap.
Oh,
So anybody within 5 feet of me has to take a Constitution saving check, DC 12.
oh, wow. Okay, Constitution. I don't know that rats are very well known for their con. 16,
Yeah, that passes. DC 12.
13, rolled a
Aye.
12, and 15
Oh well, that was
for
worth
the
a
guy
try.
who's asleep.
Okay, nothing happens to him.
Okay, nothing happens at all.
Just very loud bang goes off.
A very loud bang goes off. Tell me about sleep. Would that have woken a sleeping person up, or are they compelled, or how does that work? If you damage someone while they're asleep, do they wake up like in Pathfinder, or are they just...
Yeah, the sleeper takes damage or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake.
What about a thunderclap going off
not
right,
on the
next,
rules.
So this doesn't count.
right next
No.
to them? A loud noise,
It
a
literally
bell
just
going
says,
off,
no, it's magical sleep. No, so it's slaps or shakes awake or takes
or
damage.
takes damage. So if he had failed his Constitution save and he took damage, he would have woken up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's still asleep. Okay. So, Nacron, do you then move and provoke attacks, opportunity
Let's
attacks
see.
as well?
Is
Two
it
of
worth
them.
it?
There's two of them.
Is
They
it
could
worth
do
it?
it to
Is
you.
it worth it? Yeah, why not? Because either way, this is not going to go well. It's not going to go well for me either way.
Oh, that surprises me that you went for that. Oh, well, I honestly didn't think you would go for 2 opportunity attacks. Thought maybe you might just stay there and...
Luck's
hold-
got to turn at
Are
some
you
point.
sure? Are you sure?
If I move,
You're
you're,
either
going to hit me.
you're taking
If
them
I
out,
don't
you-
move, you're going to hit
Yeah.
me. At least one of these
You might get
options gets me
closer to me,
away.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yes.
but if you don't move, I'm just going to put this, and I'm not trying to play character here, but if you don't move, they only get to hit you once. If you do move, they get to hit you now, and then they get to hit you on their turn in a
But they
second.
might
if they
miss.
catch me,
Yeah.
I can do a full movement now, right?
You can do one move, yes.
A full 50-foot movement.
So, yeah, I guess so.
There we go. Right.
Yeah. It is only 8 foot high, so, but I assume you fly
I'm
off.
fucking getting out of there now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So let's do it. Let's see if I can make it past the 2 guys. Let's go.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
getting out of here.
Okay.
You're
Come
the red
on,
lock,
Nykron.
I believe in you. You are closest to the door. 2 short swords come slicing in at you.
Do I still get the move even though they hit me?
The first one, 8. trying to hit your armor.
It's a miss.
And the second one, 16.
It is a hit. What's your minimum damage?
The hit,
What's your minimum damage?
3. You've copped it a couple of times.
Yeah. All right. Doesn't matter then. You don't even need to roll.
Really?
I'm down. Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to roll in case it's massive
4
damage.
points.
In case it's what, sorry?
Massive damage.
It's just 4 points. I only beat the
I
minimum
only had
damage
2 left.
by
I'm
1.
at 0. I'm down. I'm on to death saves.
Oh, wow. Okay. Maradius.
He's going to, still enraged, chop down again at this wererat in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 1.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Does that mean he can't take his second hit?
I don't think so. It doesn't
It's just
say
an
anything.
auto miss.
Yeah, it's, yeah.
Okay.
Should be a halfling, you could re-roll it.
The second hit is a 5 for 9 to hit.
Okay. Neither of those are actually going
Sorry, for 11 to hit.
Still not enough. You are very close, but not enough.
And can he move then further in?
You would have to move past them. The tunnel that you're in is only 10 foot
Can't
wide,
get past them.
so you can't sort of move through them without going through them. To say, you
Yep,
have to
I'm trying to
go-
get through them.
You actually have to go through them
I'm trying
to
to
go
get
through
through
them. Yeah, you have to kill them.
Yep.
Stop! Your friend is down.
Yes, he was very stupid.
You are surrounded. You are outnumbered. You could leave now with your friend. I am not opposed to this idea of beginning a trade between our people. You know, I don't want to damage this idea.
Here's
I
the
did
si-
not want this. Your friend is the one that started, and through my good graces.
Yes, he was
Am I going to allow you to take him out of here? I could tell you to leave him, but I'm not that kind of whack.
It kind of sounds like
I've got an offer you can't refuse. She's getting a little more gangster.
Look, I have no issue. Like, that was dumb of him. I don't know why he did that. I didn't tell him to do that. But here's the thing, right? You said you don't want us to drive you out. You have taken the gold mine that belongs to these people. They're going to come for you, which is why I was trying to get you into your own territory. So you could kill us now. You can let us go. Either way, people are coming back.
And we will be prepared for that eventuality. But we will also be sitting upon a witches that people would obviously want. I know that your greedy races can be paid off. I know that perhaps it does not have to come to blows. I can hire people.
Very well. I mean, what?
It is your choice. Be slaughtered or take your friend. I am being magnanimous. Magnanimous.
Are you all right?
Generous.
I'm being generous. I'm being nice.
I mean, yes, I never actually wanted to fight you. I don't know why he shot you with a fireball.
I thank you for the gifts that you gave us of orchies. They were delicious. Please, tell your friend when he wakes up to make better choices. I do hope that he is not damaged and that my people have not done anything that cannot be mended.
JR, you're spineless.
Can I make a knowledge check?
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what I know about wererats. If I kill the leader, will they fall?
Will they fall?
Yeah,
Will they
scatter?
scatter? Leaderless.
They're pack animals, so more often, like any animal, I mean, you get the sense that even in here there would be a hierarchy, and you killing the leader is not going to allow them to go, oh, yeah, wow. They still outnumber you. They're not going to.
Bullshit.
Yeah. They're what you would call advantageous creatures. So they look for the advantage, and right now that's all they can see an advantage here.
Really torn here. Really torn.
They worry about me. Go for it.
I don't have any AoE. That's my problem.
I've been itching to do a monk.
I believe he said he was invincible.
All I can hear when you do that voice is that Key and Peele sketch where he's like, the 2 boxes, and I'm going to fuck you in the air.
I don't know that I know that.
Oh,
Sketch.
it's fantastic.
I'm going to grab Nikron by the foot
Mhm.
and drag him out. Very slowly because
You would have heard all of this too, Maradius. How would you respond to this moment? You are removed enough from this fight that you know, and your blood's up. So it's really, you have a choice here as well. You can engage or disengage. That part is up to you.
Only my actions will be able to tell you what happens
I know.
there.
So JR, you begin to drag
yeah.
Nikron out.
I'm going to be, because I'm dragging him, I'm going to be like 10 foot max,
Yep.
I think.
Yeah, you are. And they are going to be right in your grill.
Yep.
So there's going to be quite a few of them. The guys with the crossbows, they shore up as well.
Can you please get out of my face? Your breath is horrendous.
They're at your back more than they are at your face. They're not blocking your way. They're just ensuring that you are.
Do I need to
on
make
the
a death
way
save?
out. It's not too long before, even with 10 foot, you get to the door. And then we get to the next round, starting with Nikron.
Natty 20, Death Blossom.
No, it's 15. Oh, I would have done it. If I'd have woken up, I'd have been like,
That also brings us to Maradius. What are you going to do?
Maradius can't hear this. He's left the stone with Don John. He got angry and ran in. I don't know that he's heard that whole other subsequent conversation. I don't think he cares anyway. These rats are, he's always had a feeling that they're duplicitous.
Mm-hmm.
So he will
Wererat's duplicitous? Never.
he will continue to double strike the rat that's in front of him.
oh, yeah.
14 to hit
Mm-hmm.
to
That
hit
will hit.
for 10 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. Again, you don't feel like all of that is going through to
So
the
doing
keeper.
Open hand chop from the left, and then on the right, coming back for 21 to hit.
Yeah, they'll definitely
doing
slice it.
another 10 points of damage.
Okay. Excellent. It's at that moment.
Does it drop?
No, it's not even bloody. It's also at that moment that that the GM realizes that he didn't have the rats attack you last round, but that's okay. We're going to move forward.
They're the dumb ones.
They are the dumb ones
can
because it's their go right now.
As a move action,
Yes.
I want to look at the look around at the tunnel and what's shoring up the tunnel. Are there open beams or supporting beams?
Yeah,
or any
there
of
are
that
definitely
stuff?
wooden beams that
Yeah.
are supporting, like a mine. So I think, a mine with wooden, the dwarves have carved this out. So it's not crumbly, like it's dwarven craftsmanship. So it is sturdy enough that if you knock the beam out, you might get a rumble. You might get something. You
Right.
don't know if it'll collapse the
collapse
whole
the
tunnel. There
tunnel.
might be a chance of it. There might not.
Is
What
there
I'm
any-
saying to you is I'd get you to roll a percentage chance and we would see. But you would also be perhaps trapping yourself, them, your friends. You don't know.
Is there an intelligence check I can make to increase the chance on that percentage?
The percentage, it would be a stone masonry check.
Right.
Are you a stone mason? I know you are
He's a
stone.
is that a thing?
Yeah. I've joined the Masons. I
You
did
would
that when
need
I was
a
in the military.
craftsmanship. You would
No,
need.
I don't have that.
Yeah,
No.
it's a crafting skill.
Okay. I'm done.
You can take your chances. I'm not saying don't take your chances.
Yeah,
if that's what
I was
you
just
want
going
to
to
do.
try and pinpoint where I might aim for now, so that if I needed to get close to a beam or a bit of wall or whatever,
Yep.
then you
Yeah.
know,
Oh, it's certainly an option for you. It's not out of the realm of you being able to do that. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, you didn't get there. You certainly are within. You've edged yourself around so that all you have to do is a chop and you can get into a wooden beam.
Yep.
So and a whole new rule set that we don't know whether this game has hardness, whether this game doesn't. I don't even know any of that shit, and we would have to find that out and investigate that together.
It
Might
says-
be something you can look up while
it says here, great axes carved through wood like butter.
Oh, well, then, okay.
I just typed it, but it says it.
All right. Frozen butter?
But I believe you can
No,
do
that's
that
stone like frozen butter.
in D&D. You can type whatever you want in, and it then becomes true.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's only a GM. Then we get down to the rats. The rats who you haven't disengaged from, Brett, that you are going to get 2 hits from each of them as they have not heard anything about disengaging. Holy shit. I just critted him. Got the poop right on the top. Poop on this dice. Yep. poop on this dice is a 20. And the second hit is going to be
Didn't they have crossbows?
17. Not these two.
Oh.
No, these two walked out with...
Well, that really is a poop then, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. They did have crossbows, but they've drawn... Yeah. They're not going to stand there and try and crossbow you to the face. They probably could in 5th edition. Who knows? It's the same damage. It's the same to hit bonus for them. Statistically, same deal.
Okay.
So...
Difference between piercing and slashing, I think.
Yeah. That's the world that they live in. Okay, the critical. Oh fuck, that was max damage too. I believe you only double the dice in this and not the plus. Yeah. So it is 11 points of damage from the critical, and the second hit is 5 points of damage in total.
And as similar to the Wererats, not all of that damage seems to bypass the considerable toughness of the stone of an enraged barbarian.
Take that, DM.
Quite like that, band.
It still hurt. Still hurt like fuck.
You, from in front of you, hear a battle still raging. J.R. Lockwood. And we begin. Nykron, you get to make another roll.
death save.
Yeah.
What's that say? 17. There we go. Another success.
That's good. Then we move down to Meradius.
Meradius says, keep going. Swing and a swing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, JR, I actually missed you then. Will you keep moving up? Sorry.
No, I'm going to move up 10 foot.
Yeah. Dragging Nykron.
Yep.
Yeah, is it 10 or 20 if you got 2 moves in you?
Yeah, but that's why I'm only moving up
Okay,
10 foot.
yeah. Sorry, but so before, this would have happened before the death save.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to move up 10 foot when I've heard the battle.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to, at second level, cast Cure Wounds. I'm just making sure that's my most powerful one.
Don't. No, I want to get a 20 so I can jump up and fire some shit off.
He's going to let you...
With 1 hit point.
Yeah. One's all I need,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I love that the difference between 1 and full is exactly the same.
Oh, with a different buffer.
Well, not here. There's no negative con.
18 points of healing.
Oh, you are an absolute beauty.
That's impressive healing.
Probably would have seen that because it does have verbal and somatic components.
Yeah. Casting a spell is definitely seen by these guys.
That's why I did it just as I reached my first movement.
Yeah. Which means you wouldn't have done that death save because you're now operating on his initiative. So
it would be close to full hit points now.
Your eyes flicker open. You're on the floor, prone, being dragged.
And they're in a tunnel.
By J.R. Lockwood. You're in the cusp of a tunnel. You're in the doorway. Oh, no, you moved 10 foot in. And
So
then did
I was
that.
dead, 0, and I've come back. So that counts
You're 10
as a
foot
long
in.
rest?
No. No, only if that if he'd moved a little bit for a little bit of a longer time.
Right. What do I see? What's near me?
Okay, you hear a kerfuffle up the tunnel towards where you came in from, and you can hear the grunts that sound very similar to Meradius behind you guys. So you kind of look up, you can hear that way, and you can hear the fight that's happening. And back down the tunnel, you can see the red eyes glowing of a couple of rats that are following you down the tunnel, and you can see there's multiple rats behind you, sort of escorting you out.
All right, time out for a second here, because what I want to do is fucking start firing spells off again.
Mm-hmm.
I've woken up. It's all gone bad. You're dragging me out. I don't know what's happened, what's been agreed. You haven't said anything to me yet.
Yep.
So I'm just going to start aiming at beady little red eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, as soon as Meradius is in it, I see there's still an issue. So,
All right, let's do this then.
but that's why I wanted to get you into the tunnel because I didn't know what kind of things you got, but the less that can come at us at the same time.
That's good. All right. So I'll just shoot at the nearest thing that I see
Okay.
coming towards me.
Yep. So the nearest things that you can see that you would determine are enemies are the ones behind you that are escorting you out of the tunnels.
Okay, so that is a 20.
You're going to stand
to
up?
hit.
Half of your movement to stand up.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Okay. Just checking.
Doesn't promote.
Just checking.
Yeah, so 23 to hit
A 23 definitely hits, yeah.
for 8 points of damage.
Okay. What is that happens?
That's so basically, I just outstretch the finger, pow, and
And casually pows
firebolt
away.
Comes firing out.
Seductively
So another
powered.
firebolt, which would have been seen by everyone and lighting up the tunnel.
That's
a little
right.
bit
Like almost
more.
like a rocket going down the end. Yeah.
Laser beam.
Straight in the chest.
Okay, and again, you cop one of these guys straight in the sort of in the abdomen, hip kind of area from your angle where you are.
Love it.
And you can see, you can smell the smell of hair burning.
hair. Nice.
Hunker burning hair. All right, that ends round number 4, I believe that is. Round number 5. Maradius, it is your go.
So Maradius is going to continue on the trajectory. He's going to look at that dagger sticking at the chest of the Wererat, and he's going to do a full 360 spin and backhand trying to chop into that dagger, hitting for 17 to hit,
You definitely do.
doing 17 points of damage.
Okay, doing 17 points of damage. Now, I'm going to give you, can you roll a d4? Because that's, hitting that dagger, you hit the piercing part of that into him. So
2.
Okay. Yeah, you feel like the dagger goes piercing in even further, doing a bit more damage. You can see the skin almost trying to heal around it, but it's stuck in there and it's not healing.
Yeah.
Whereas the slashing portion of that, because you did slash a bit too, also starts to heal.
And then he's going to
somewhat.
spin back
Yep.
for his second attack, doing 15 to hit,
That's definitely going to hit.
11 points of damage, trying to hit that dagger one more time, but I don't think he hit it that time.
No. Okay, and again, you see this rat is just pounded. You can see it's impeded.
rat.
It's impeded somewhat, but it is still definitely on its feet.
any
It's
other
looking
weapons?
raggedy.
Can I just say, out of game, this is fucking bullshit. The one thing I can do is hit and hit hard.
Do you have
and
any old
DR,
weapons?
nothing magical at this level.
No, but do you have any piercing weapons or?
Yeah, I guess I could pull a javelin or some shit like that and start throwing it, but
Like, we know slashing is an issue. What about bludgeoning? Hit it with the
Sure.
blunt side of your axe.
Yep.
I don't know.
All right,
yep.
the rats. So first and foremost, the 2 rats that are upon you, Maradius, are going to take their swings. The first 18 slicing high, and the second one that is cocked. The second one 13 slicing low,
13 misses.
but the high one
The
hits.
high one hits.
Want to get high?
Maradius will
Max
stare him
damage
in the eyes as he
again.
does it.
Max damage again, 8
Yep.
points.
Only half of that goes through, my friend.
Half.
Yep.
Okay. And then from behind you two, there are 2 rats, because all you can get in this tunnel is, because it's 10 foot wide, is the 2 rats. 2 rats rush in. Both of them are actually going to aim for the creature on the floor who shot the fire.
Oh, no, I got up, remember?
He stood up.
Oh, you're standing on the floor.
Oh, right.
Covered it well. The first one is going to be an 8, and the second one is going to be a 21.
Okay.
Yeah. The 8, I'm assuming. Sorry,
Sorry,
not,
21's not a crit, is it?
not a 21. It's a 20. No, it's not a crit. It's
It doesn't matter. If
23.
it's above 15, it hits.
Yeah. 4 points of damage come slicing into you from their short swords. As you see 2 rats right up in your grill. Both of you have a rat right next to you. And then the rest of the rats are sort of behind them. There is a chance you can see some crossbows being reloaded behind them. So
they can't shoot
not
into
this
combat,
round.
right?
It's 5e.
5e, buddy.
Okay.
They shoot around corners in this game.
Yeah. It's ridiculously amazing.
gonna
I
bounce
suppose
it
I
off
can't
my-
complain really if I can cast spells in base contact without
That's
them.
correct.
Yeah.
As
And
long
it
as-
is
yeah.
both of your goes. Who has the higher initiative modifier, the higher dex bonus?
+2. Oh, dex bonus is +2 as well.
Or initiative?
I have +3 on dex. Haha.
Is that initiative? Yep. So you would go first. So JR, you go first.
Okay. So I'm going to, the one in front of me,
Do something special, little man.
I'm going to lean in and go.
I love you. Rats are sex.
Yeah. I've always had a thing for rats.
What's I going to whisper?
Did you cut the cheese?
I got some cheese.
Oh.
It's better if you struggle.
And then I need him to make a will save.
A will save.
Lindsay, that's wrong.
Okay. I'm going to re-roll that because that's actually cocked, and it's
Yeah, whatever. Did it
well,
fail?
it's either going to be a 14 or a 20.
That's because the amount of crap you have in your
yeah,
frickin' tray.
this is 10 times worse. It failed with the second roll.
Sweet. He takes 12 points of psychic damage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. DR that bitch. And then I move back 25 foot.
You move back 25 foot. 25 foot gets you in view of Maradius. So
Good.
you are now trapped between two lots of rats because there is two rats between you and where Maradius is as well.
Yeah.
But you can definitely see
Is he
him
taking
from
an AO?
where you are. The AO. Yes, you will get 2 opportunity attacks at that point. Thank you for your honesty there. Oh, but that is 2 of exactly the same roll at 18 and 18.
Okay, I'm going to cut in words the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Ratatouille's a shit movie. It's not. It's actually a treasure, but
What's the movie?
how much damage?
3 points of damage.
Oh, I'd get rid of all of that,
Okay, and then the other one was max damage.
which is 3 points of damage.
No, it's 8 points.
All right.
So that's the one in front of Nikarin. Nikarin, it's your go.
Okay, so the one in front of me, I stretch my hand. Put my
One
finger-
second. I hit the ground.
Seeing that, Nikon stretches out his hand, puts his finger under the chin of the rat, and casts Firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I thought you were going to do it to yourself for a second then.
I thought you were going to do it to JR.
Yeah, as he goes down. 19 to hit.
19's definitely going to hit.
I might have just done the best
That's
foreshadowing.
9 points of damage. So I wasn't sure it was a 9 or a 6 there because there's no dot on this dice, but it's
Okay.
definitely 9, yeah.
Okay, 9 points of damage.
Right under the chin.
Yeah. I'm really worried about how this is going to end. I'm not sure that you guys can get through this.
I mean, if it ends, it ends. That's the beauty of it. Like, this is a
Somebody
story.
will take Don John Johnson and a new party will form.
It is the story, but there's
This is
also
the story.
stupidity and choices and fortuitousness and fate.
think
and
everything has been done in character, Justin.
And
I
I'm not
think-
saying that it hasn't been done in character, but I am saying that there is a moment where your characters would realize the insurmountable odds that perhaps are against you. I get that Maradius didn't, and I get that maybe you didn't while you were. Well, no, Nakarin probably
I'm too
got
arrogant.
an idea of
He
it.
thinks he's indestructible.
I'm too arrogant,
He's
and
an idiot.
he's the least arrogant of the lot.
I think
That's
it's all
very
the fault
funny.
of the Voodoo Ranger.
That's very funny. The Voodoo Ranger has definitely played a part as we come into the end. I think that is our 6th round. I've even forgotten count of how many rounds that we have been in effect for. But the Voodoo Ranger is going to take a rain check because we are going to pause this.
Oh.
We're going to continue this fight
And maybe sober up.
next week when it's a little more sobered. It is very sobering to get into this.
We got the rogue next
Do
week.
you know, when I knew we were in trouble with that one was when you did the sleep spell and only one of
Yeah.
them fell asleep. I was like, oh dear.
And only just.
Yeah. And now he's awake anyway.
That was bullshit and reaffirmed my hate for this game.
It's not our fault you were outside.
I wouldn't have been able to help anyway. I just did more than 50 points of damage on one rat and didn't put him down.
50 points, really.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't know.
To be fair, you have done the most amount of damage out of anyone. And you are the closest that anyone has gotten to putting a rat down.
One rat of 12.
Yeah.